The lovey smile.
Good evening. I can't talk already. Good evening. And welcome to Shop Live with Mimi and Russ.
Hey, everybody.
And Louie.
Welcome, welcome.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to have a little fun. What are we going to do tonight, Mimi?
Well, every spring or right after Christmas, we start thinking about design with lots of loose gemstones here. We love playing with all our color. And we've done 2 previous projects where we have let you, the viewer, be involved into designing a design for Shop Live exclusively. And we did, last year we did a bracelet. Gabrielle will show it when she comes back in. We did a bracelet and we did a pendant the first time. So we'll show the bracelet first. This is from last year. It was a bangle style bracelet, sterling silver, and it has featured a radiant, right? There's a radiant amethyst center.
Kind of an Asher cut, kind of a square.
Yes, square-ish, and finished with aquamarines down the side. The previous year we did this beautiful, I took a picture of it on my phone because we didn't have a slide. I'm sorry.
There you go.
So this is a custom piece that Russ made. This was Malaya garnet and
Pink sapphire.
pink. Yeah, that's right. That half moon was a pink sapphire.
That was when we did several drawings and let you pick the drawing, how you wanted it done. And we did it, and we had one of our favorite customers came in and purchased it.
It was fun. So our question then was the orientation of the stones, since you have that half moon. I love how that turned out. I love that colorway too. Every time I see that picture, I'm like, that was
Mimi
a great
likes
piece
tone on tone.
I do.
We've got some other combinations tonight, as you'll see, that she kind of likes tone on tone.
But I like it in the yellow gold also. I think it's kind of unexpected. It's very warm with those pretty luscious pink colors. So since we did a bracelet, since we did a necklace, pendant, we're going to talk to you about earrings tonight. All 3 of us have sat around this afternoon and come up with some different ideas. So we'd love your feedback. Please let us get your feedback while we're going through this tonight. And we're going to narrow it down. This may really kind of segue into part 2 for next week. And Gabrielle has a really great carrots and cocktail tonight.
A long explanation of carrots and cocktails tonight, but you'll enjoy it. I'm enjoying one right now.
Yes.
We'll get to that in just a little bit. But to start off, we're going to show you some pictures of earrings that we've done in the past, some different varieties and combinations, so you can get a feel for kind of what we're talking about, what we're getting ready to do. So I'm going to get the computer here, the pictures. Let's kind of go over some of these. Again, here you go. Beautiful opals, extremely bright stones. We added red spinels to this to actually bring out that little bit of red that's in this undertone. It's hard to see in this picture, but it had a slight little bit of red, orange undertone. We wanted to complement that green and that blue with that. So we added a diamond between it. And as you can see, it's basically hinged, it's moving. These are beautiful, very long, very elegant earrings. We got some other pieces tonight that we're going to show you that we're going to put together that had the same kind of feeling to it. Now, here's another really pretty combination. This is something we did a few years ago with special type garnets. And now we've actually modified this design where we've taken the outside edge off and made it smaller. And we can do the stones, you know, like sideways, straight up and down. This is a great mounting to do with pear shapes also because of the way they're shaped.
That whole series was inspired by the gates of Charleston, South Carolina.
It sure was.
Yes.
And again, another color combination. These are imperial topaz, which only come from Brazil, very sought after. And we accented these with some light blue, light purpley blue tanzanites. And again, another dangle, another floating style earring that worked out really, really well. These
Those were so pretty. That color is so rich and so elegant.
We have these right now in stock. These are beautiful, beautiful kunzite bottoms with Malaya garnets on the top. These are also set in rose gold, which really brings those warm tones out. These are very, very large earrings. The bottom pair of earrings are what, like 10 carats total?
They're big girl earrings.
Beautiful, yeah, they are
Grown
absolutely.
up girl earrings.
They're incredible earrings. And then, we always like to do the bubble styles, which, mixing color. We've got a lot of beautiful spinels right now, and lots of colors. And spinels really sparkle and twinkle and have a lot of fire. These can be done long, they can be done full, they can be done all one color, diamonds with them, whatever.
Or you can do a stud.
Yeah.
So these were
It's kind of like a little road, a little walkway.
pink and green if you prefer a stud style. Those are always fun to work with, and that's a good repurpose for us with the bezels when people have different stones, different sizes. It works out to do a design like that.
And again, we like to do artsy things as well. We had a customer who she loved to design, and she designed these and really fun earrings. We took opal studs up top that we have. We have several pairs of these. Then she picked out some more larger stones, and then we picked some smaller stones out. We made this, multi-drop earring. These are really long, real fun, real playful, and she loved them. They came out really great.
Yeah.
Great.
The wire section with the open space, that was her idea to kind of mimic the shape of the opals, and she has a very distinctive style. She's always very tailored, very put together. That was a very artsy earring that she came up with.
And here's what they call watermelon tourmalines. And we've got a lot of these. We're going to show you some tonight. Again, here's someone who wanted to have something playful, very artistic. This is done in rose gold and white gold. And you can see the watermelon colored tourmaline, the pink and green tourmaline.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of that scene in Superman when he's in the ice crystal cave for some reason.
Okay, I would have got that. All right, so now, let's go back to some of the stones that we have here tonight. First of all, we're going to show you some combinations, some stone colors. And we want your opinion if you like these colors together. And we may ask, should we add a diamond to this or whatever. We would love to hear your feedback and
Yes,
your input.
please give us your feedback.
Okay, let's start with the first. Put those in the light box.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite combinations. These are incredible ruby red spinels. These look just like a red fire engine. They're beautiful colors. And the blue spinel is one of my favorite stones, probably. That's not my favorite.
Zircon.
Blue zircon. I'm sorry, blue zircon. I said it wrong. These come from Cambodia. We always feature these. We have a lot of them because we love them.
I love that shape of those too.
Those are perfect shapes, and they're deep color. These typically, a lot of colors will cut these stones very deep to keep that color tone. These are not. These are deep tone to start with, and they're not cut with so much bottom weight to them. So they're beautiful stones. They're great value as well. So my question to you is, do you like these together? And would you like to see a diamond between them just to give that extra elegance, a little more pop? Because that is an elegant, very regal look, I think, in those colors.
Would you do that in white gold or yellow gold?
It could be, again, two-tone. The ruby, the spinels will look fantastic in yellow, and the other stones will look good in white. But we actually have set a lot of blue zircon in yellow, and it looks great in yellow.
What if you did the whole thing in rose gold?
You could do the whole thing in rose gold as well. It'd be gorgeous. So again, what do you think? Do you like these in all white, two-tone, yellow, or rose gold? And do we need a diamond?
We need your help.
We need your help. So
No
that's
opinion is
number
the
one.
wrong opinion.
So that's the blue zircon and spinel. So you comment on blue zircon and spinel.
Okay, that's
All right.
the first one.
Now, here's something that Mimi and Gabrielle came up with.
We've had these stones paired up for a bit of time here, and I saw this picture of these earrings. I love that it's done in a yellow gold bezel, but I love the top with that kind of crusty, organic, hammered looking yellow gold.
Well, even the mountings are the same way. They're not smooth and slick. It's almost like a slate rock would be, a slate tile would be. It's got a little bit of a texture, a little wave to it.
I just like how organic it makes that one look. Definitely would do yellow gold in that.
So that is the tourmaline and the garnet. So we want your opinion. Do you like the idea of doing those two in that yellow gold with a little bit of texture? The top would be going through the ear, and the bottom two stones would be moved. They would be movable.
Yeah.
twinkle and move
Dangle,
and
they
shake and
definitely-
dangle. They're not going to be fixed, so everything's going to move. So, do you
Alright.
like that idea?
All right, let's go back to the first one. Sue, one of our top fans, she said she'd like to see a marquee diamond separating these two.
Well, I have some. I can do that. And it's funny you say that, Sue. I had some pulled out and had Mimi put them up.
That's a great suggestion. Sue
Yeah.
has a great eye for design and color too. She's a very smart little crafty lady.
That's right.
More than crafty, she's very talented.
That would give this a really nice elegance too, because I don't like to have everything, rounded and oval, and it's nice to put a different,
I like
texture,
to mix the shapes.
different shapes.
All right. Okay, so that was our second one with the organic. Those might be keepers for me. I like that earring.
Here's a color combination we've done in the past. We love this.
And we'll go back to this. I don't normally like green and red together, but I love this whole colorway with that crunchy gold. So, all right, here's another one. I'm sorry, interrupted.
No, that's not a problem at all. Those are imperial topaz, which come from Brazil, the only place in the world they come from. And we paired these with a nice soft, kind of a bluish tone of tanzanite. But those colors work so well together, and the saturation of color on each of these is just perfectly matched. So this will be a great earring in either, white or yellow gold. Again, I think these probably need a little diamond or something between them because they are very pretty and very elegant. They do stand out very well on their own though. But again, we're going to make all these earrings where they're going to move. They're not just going to be fixed in one line. So that's going to have some movement to it as well.
Yeah, it's not always easy. Like we'll pull gemstones out and go, oh, that color would look great with that. But if it's not the right color saturation, or some stones have a little more black in them all, we have to really sit here and play around to come up with these combinations.
But I love those stones are nice. It's a nice soft tone, but it's a bright color. These two stones really twinkle and sparkle. They're really well
I
balanced.
feel like that needs something else though. Like a 3-part earring with maybe a pear shape with the point going down. Would make it fun. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's number 3. You making notes over there?
Yep, making notes.
All right.
All right,
Can you
now,
remind everyone what those stones are?
yeah, I said they were imperial topaz and tanzanite.
Yeah, those are pretty tanzanites. They're kind of a lavender, almost have a little gray tone to them. A little bit lighter than what we showed normally.
Typically in those sizes, you're not going to get a real deep dark stone. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
The next one here is a combination of 3 colors, which we kind of all played with this and we kept fine tuning them because we wanted to do a 3-part earring with 3 colors, and we finally got I think a balance that we all really like. Again, this is blue zircon with the garnets in the middle, the Malaya garnets, and kunzites on the bottom. So we got the oval, the round, and the pear shape. So we're trying to mix those shapes and mix the colors. That's going to be a fun, playful earring right there.
I like that. You did a few combinations today with pink and blue, and I kept saying, it looks like a baby. I like this. This works. That crisp saturation of the blue zircon, and I'm a tone-on-tone person. I love those. So tell us what you think. Again, I think I would do that whole earring in rose gold, and they definitely need to move. They need to be set. We were trying to come up with combinations also where we don't have to do a CAD to make these. So we were really trying to just back up and decide what can we do that Russ can fabricate here in the shop and not have to go through the CAD CAM.
Yeah, just some classic heads, something basic. Something where the stone just shows off, not a lot of fussy mounting to them.
Yeah.
You want the colors to show off. When you have wonderful color like these, you want the color to be the focal point, not a chunky or clunky mounting or something going
So
on.
these blue zircons, I hadn't really talked about the prices. These are $95 for the pair. I don't have the prices for these others.
I think all of those stones together are somewhere around $500. So I mean, it's a fantastic look for the price of these.
Yeah. And again, I
Fantastic
kept
earrings.
telling them, put the really expensive stuff up. So
Yeah,
we're trying to come up with some really great.
the first pair we showed you with the red spinels and the blue zircons, Those are pricey. Those spinels are pricey because they're very
We
rare.
just can't
But
hardly get them.
they blow rubies away, and they're a lot less expensive than rubies. And those are phenomenal. That's some of the best two colors we've got in the studio right now.
All right, so this was the first set, red spinel and blue zircon. And then we showed you these, the green tourmaline and
Rhodolite garnet.
rhodolite garnet. These rhodies are $350 for the pair. The green tourmaline's right at $1,099. We could put those together, not a whole lot more, and finish that.
Beautiful matching too.
And then the third pair we showed you was the imperial topaz and the tanzanite. And those stones are, the imperial topaz is $1,700. That's a top of the line stone.
They're rare and pricey. That's a great buy on those actually.
Yeah, the tanzanites are $495. And
So
then
that's what's great. You got, a pair of stones that are just rare and valuable. Then you got another stone that goes with it that's a lot less expensive. So it kind of balances out your price range and gives you a magnificent earring that you're not going to see anywhere else. Nobody's doing this kind of stuff that I know of but us. So
okay, so it looks like Tracy voted for this earring to do it in rose gold.
Rose, all right.
Totally agree. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll go to carrots and cocktails. And so with Super Bowl coming up, Gabrielle's got a couple of fun little series that we're going to show you. We'll tell you about that in a second.
All right, again, here you can show those and you can add that little tone on tone.
All right, so here we've got tourmalines. These are mint green tourmaline, and Russ has topped these with the pink tourmaline.
That works perfect.
Pushing it a little more. It's gonna
Push.
glare.
What? I'm sorry. Takes me back to my St. Mary's days when pink and green, or we'll call it Lily Pulitzer now. We also have this beautiful matched pair of pink tourmalines, and we have these tourmalines that are already set that we could do like a 2-part earring. So
That would be fun.
we were in a real pink mode today, weren't we?
Well, we got some beautiful pink stones. We got more to show here too after
All right.
carrots and cocktails.
So the oval pair of tourmalines, these retail for $1,450, $1,450.
Those two pear shapes are mounted are $500.
Okay, so the one I showed you in the head, these are $500, and then the mint green stones are, ooh, that's a big one, right at 4,000.
Yeah,
So
they are very rare.
yes, that's not a color, and look how clear they are. A lot of times you see tourmalines are very hazy.
They typically are more of a forest green. The mint greens, these probably come from Afghanistan. Typically is where you find the mints, and they're rare. But whoever did this cut them beautifully. They match the stones perfectly. It's a rare color. It's a unique color. Very intense, very bright. Those would be also fantastic. That I think also needs maybe a diamond between them because they're so elegant and so feminine. I think that'd be a pretty combination.
You guys have got some great comments. Thank you for playing with us. This is fun.
All right, well, let's go to carrots and cocktail. Then we're going to come back with some funky stuff. Okay?
Yes. All right, so Gabrielle had an idea, like I said, with Super Bowl coming up and group parties, that kind of things going into springtime. Great idea for a cocktail buffet.
Basically.
Okay,
Cocktail
so here we go.
buffet. So
Carrots and
there you
cocktails.
go. Have some fun.
Enjoy.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Carrots and Cocktails. I'm your host, Gabrielle. You're probably wondering what the heck we're up to today. We've had the Bloody Mary bars, we've done all those kind of fun things. Let's make this year the gin and tonic year. We've been through the trends. Let's just bring back a classic and make it fun. Let's elevate it a little bit more. So, what we're going to do is have a spread of different things. This is really great to go into different seasons too. You can take this literally any time of the year. So say in the winter right now, I've got warm spices on here, any kind of good baking spices. You can do cardamom pods, cloves, black peppercorns, cinnamon sticks. We've got star anise. If you can find juniper berries, that's one of the base ingredients in gin. That would be lovely. And it would bring pretty pink color as well. And then you can't have really a gin and tonic ever without citrus. You're gonna find that universally year round as well. So lemons, limes, grapefruits, oranges, I have not cut up, but that would be amazing on here as well. We have got cucumber slices. I actually found red currants at Whole Foods today. I'm like, that's almost a juniper berry and something a little different. And then of course, bitters, which is not typical in a gin and tonic, but as you can see, we have quite the collection here. So this is fun. We have a great bitters company in Raleigh. It's Crude Bitters. They're in downtown Raleigh. There's all sorts of different flavor combinations of things. So they've done like a rosemary, grapefruit, peppercorn. Already have those ingredients here. You can get an orange and fig one right here, but you can go lavender bitters, orange bitters, celery bitters, lemon bitters. There's so many different things out there. And a little goes a long way. So this is fun to jazz up a drink. It's kind of basic like this. And then we have to go into, of course, herbage. So this is fun. It's going to add some more elements too. There's always herbs and cocktails with gin. So we like mint. I got that picked up today. I'm ready for summertime. I'm having that all the time. And then we've got rosemary, thyme, basil would be incredible, which happens to be growing back there right now in this household. And then gins. There's so many different gins on the market, like any alcoholic beverage. Purple gin, we love that. It's made with the butterfly flower. Makes it purple. If you add lemon juice to it, it turns a pink color, which is a fun little thing. Bombay, we always have it. We have an English gunpowder gin. It's got some different herbs and botanicals to it out of England. Hendrix, we know it, we love it. This one's a little different. It's got some tropical fruits, which would be amazing in the summertime. If you did this with some more berries and, mango, pineapple, things of that nature. And then this is a lemon gin, which we are using constantly here lately too. It is absolutely delicious. This is a French one. And then we have Saint Germain. Not a gin, but I do love the sweetness of this. I do love the elderflower, that floral, just yumminess to it that you just can't get from anything else. And of course, tonic. So there's a bunch of different tonics in the market now too. You can have grapefruit, you can have regular, which is these yellow cans here. And then I like this elderflower tonic water too. See a trend here? It's just, again, those good floral notes, something different to it. Any of these things would be amazing. So it's just grab what's in your fridge, grab what's in your pantry, pull it out. You might reinvent and make the best new drink you possibly ever have. And these cherries, always quintessential. I absolutely love a cherry. I just like the color. I like to chew on them when they start absorbing some of the alcohol that you have, depending on what your cocktail is. I love them. They're so good. So that being said, that's a mouthful. That's a lot. If I'm going to make one myself, let's see what we got. Alrighty, so I chose the Globe wine glass, as we said. I like the height and I like how it's expanded. You can really see what ingredients you're gonna put into it. So, with the typical gin and tonic, if you're in a typical highball glass, it's about 2 ounces. I'm going with purple gin, because why not? It's pretty. So let's start with that. I absolutely love grapefruit, so I'm going to add a little grapefruit in there as well. And red currants, just because you don't see those. Let's do a little bit of red currant. Okay, bitters. I love grapefruit and lavender together, and we've got that purple thing going on here. So let's get some bitters going. Oh no, my bottle is having a hard time. Hold please. Here we go. So you don't need a whole lot of bitters. So let's go with like 1, 2, 3, 4. You can always add more. You can't take it out, of course. All right, next. You know what? I want all the citrus because I love it. That's all gonna go in there. You can squeeze it, but it's gonna infuse slowly. And let's see, let's go with some mint because I love it. Minty, lavender, grapefruit. This is kind of going springy, but that is the season I'm craving. So, let's open one of these bad boys. I should have done this ahead of time. Let's see. What's fun? Gotta open it across the room. Okay, we're done. Dang it. I'll get you an opener that's actually gonna open things. Okay. Gracious. Okay. And we're gonna go with the elderflower tonic just to top it off. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. So you don't see a ton of that purple, but you do see it kind of floating on the bottom there. Once this infuses, everything's gonna kind of change color anyways. Actually, it's already kind of turned pink with that lemon. But that's really all there is to it. Make it your own, make 3, make 4. You'll come up with your favorite new combination. And that's all she wrote, folks. Go make you a gin and tonic bar. Cheers!
So I just said to Gabrielle, I would love to go to a party and walk in and see all that. That's you
Pretty
could
cool.
go so many. That was a great idea, Gabrielle. So she brought a lot of the things up here, and I chose for my version to do citrus and mint. And I don't know, what did you do, Russ?
There was some rosemary in his and
Yeah.
thyme and some more citrus and
He got the herbage, and
Yeah, I got an herb one. You got more of a
Yeah.
fruit one. It's a great idea. You know, you think about this. We all look at the basic drinks. You know, tonic and gin, and vodka. Whatever, just basic stuff. Why not dress it up with some
Rum
fruit
and
or some
Coke,
herb?
yeah.
Yeah. Do something different. But
It's very
the
sensory.
buffet idea is great. I never even heard of that.
and think in the wintertime it's perfect.
Yeah.
You get all of the vitamin C in there.
and it's healthy according to people who say gin and tonic
Exactly.
are the healthiest.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So let
if you
us
have
know
high
what-
blood pressure, alcohol thins your blood, right?
So that is the gin buffet
Gin and tonic bar.
party, gin and tonic bar, and she has another themed idea like this next week. So you'll have to come back and watch and see what we have for
Exactly.
next week.
There you go. So with the first part of here tonight, we talked about some color combinations that we did. We're going to go back over one more time in a few minutes. But we're just going to run through real quickly some fun, playful, really artsy things that we're coming up with here today that we had a blast. I'll let you talk about this one because I think you and Gabrielle came up with that.
Okay, I've got this random one stone in here.
Yeah. This has red spinels, savorites, sapphire, and rhodolite garnet.
Yes. So I kind of started off. We have these rhodolite garnets we bought, and they're at a great price point. I can't quote it to you.
Those two stones,
Uh-huh.
those two stones are like $85 for both
Okay.
of them.
I love the pinkish tone they have to them. I think they're not dull and black and lifeless. These are really bright. So I was trying to come up with a stacked idea. We were playing around with shapes. You can see these go in opposing directions. I'm sorry, and these we oftentimes will play with that.
They're the same colors, the same order, but you got them in different orientations, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and one thing we were
Very
trying
cool.
to do is Sue wanted to know the price of these. I don't know if we have
Which ones?
the zircon, the first pair. We had a lady when we owned Aura who was very artsy, very original, creative person, and she liked earrings that she didn't want them to match like a match.
Everything had to be mismatched, yeah.
She liked them. They had to go together, but they had to be a little bit different. And I loved that about this lady. I loved it. I thought it was just so fun. And in earrings, when you're moving your head. So that was a kind of another little thing that was in the back of my mind, was kind of paying homage to this former client. We had fun working out different things. So you said the garnets were...
The garnets about like 85 a pair.
Okay. Sapphires, they're not going to cost much. Those are already set in white gold bezels. Actually, you had those in this box.
I mean, off the top of my head, I'm getting all those stones right there are somewhere probably around $800 to $900 for all
these
of them.
are the most expensive. They're
Yeah.
$650 for the chrome tourmalines,
Yeah.
and the spinels probably a couple of $100. So,
Yeah, I mean, you're probably around $900 for all of those stones loose, which is,
So-
a great combination. It's a big look. As you can tell, we're trying to use that dime to kind of give you a perspective to see, the size and how they're going
but
to.
some people might think it's too much color. I don't know. I think I kind of like it. It would go with a lot of your wardrobe. So
Yep.
we had a Marilyn who used to work for us. She would say when something had too much going on, she would say it had too many notes. So we
Yeah.
refer back to that quite often.
Now,
Let
the
me
next
put this
ones,
one back in here.
the next ones we're going to go to, these are some sapphires we bought at the last jewelry show we went to. And my thought factor was here, if you can see the two top stones are emerald cuts. These are all really beautiful pink sapphires.
Gorgeous.
So my thought was to have the top two emerald cuts as a stud, and then the bottom stones just kind of playful, random, kind of like they're falling, and they would be individual, and they just kind of float off the top. So you'd have this motion going on with those, but just again, some long dangle. We have a lot of customers who have long hair, and those are great if you have long hair. But I think too, even with short hair, it's the elegance of the long earring really accentuates the face, and It's just really a pretty color combination
These are
right there
yummy.
too.
I know, I love those colors, just are yummy. Price wise,
We don't know. There's a whole
Yeah,
parcel
yeah.
of them. They're
He
they're
cares.
very inexpensive.
he kind of put that together like 10 minutes before we came online. So
I bought this whole parcel. This is a whole parcel of stones, they call it, and I've got them at a huge discount. So if you want a really artistic earring with some color you won't see anywhere else, these are a great buy. I can tell you the price tomorrow. I can't tonight.
all right, next.
Watermelon tourmalines. Again, we love these. Gabrielle flipped over these stones. We got these a while back and didn't know what we wanted to do exactly, but laid them out tonight to kind of look at maybe, 3 different earring combinations on the side, where Mimi's hand is, the heavy part. You've got the 2 long stones. Those I think would be fantastic by putting the faceted round stones in the middle, making a 3-part dangle earring again. The center section could be just a 2-part earring fixed together, so it's kind of like a stud, but a 2-piece. The next one again I see is just again that long, elegant dangle, kind of everything moving, kind of playful, because the different tones in these and being loose and being able to move and articulate is going to give you a really playful, soft, flashy earring. But again, these are very rare and very unique. I think it's really cool.
I like how you laid these out. Watermelon tourmalines are kind of a rock-hound stone. People like to collect them because when it was growing, it got trace minerals to be green, and then all of a sudden, we're going to be pink now for the rest of the crystal. So the cutters try to cut these to orient, to emphasize those color planes in the stones. But I think these are really fun. I love these particularly. You've got some earrings that need to go to South Beach or need to go to the Keys. They need to be tropical.
Sue's liking those.
Those are
Yeah.
great color combinations.
They're
Now, keeping on our long theme, we bought a lot of spinels. I love spinels. We bought a big parcel with multicolors. I spent time and I picked all the blue ones out of this group that we had. Fortunately, I spent a lot of time on this, matching up this kind of a icicle earring here. So we've got this rich, deep, intense blue spinel, and we've got diamonds between them. And this is going to be, again, an articulating dangle that's going to be really movable. Everything's going to move. It's not going to be stationary like a stripe. It's going to be movable. So that's a great, great look. These are bright stones, deep, rich blue. You can see all the little ones I have left over on the side, but we're using these with lab-grown diamonds. We're trying to make these a great value point, not an expensive earring. You're starting off up top. Stones up top are about 4.5 millimeters. Then we go down to 4 with the diamonds, and it slowly graduates down. All of those stones, the diamonds and the spinels, are about $1,200. So look at the value in that.
I think it would be a very wearable earring. You could wear it during the day. It wouldn't be so dressy, but what a fun little flirty earring. Just blue and white, really easy to wear. Definitely would do those in white gold.
Yep.
Would you do it on a post or would you do it on a lever back?
I think doing a lever back, let it dangle off the ear.
Like this kind of thing. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Should we do a lever back so it hangs even longer? Or should we do those as the top stone being like a stud, so it's going to hang down?
Yeah, these are silver. We wouldn't use this, but it does add quite a bit of length to the earring. So
We call this duster earrings.
Not a length, not too much. It really won't be. We actually can get these in different lengths too, but everybody's earlobe is different, so we kind of use that style more than anything else. But that's a great combination.
right, so that's the blue spinel and the lab-grown diamonds.
Yep. So that's kind of our fun artistic group there tonight. So let's go back to the first group one more time, just kind of show them, kind of
Let's
stick them.
recap it all. We have 9 options.
Yep, kind of recap there. So
You want me to start over?
Yep. So just kind of show.
Okay.
We'll go
We
real
have-
quickly. There's the red spinels and the blue zircons. If you're interested in the prices of the stones, please call us tomorrow because we don't have everything. Those I don't have. We just got those blue zircons. Here are the rhodolite garnets and the green tourmaline.
That's number 2.
Number 2.
And
Number 3, the imperial topaz and tanzanite. And number
Very soft.
4 was your fun, playful. Wait a minute.
I think that's right.
That's right. The blue zircons, the rhodolite, the Malaya garnet, and then the kunzite. We're going to do those in rose gold because you guys told us to do that in rose gold. Thank you.
Yay! Oh, I love rose gold. I think it's so unexpected.
Where's your,
pretty with my
where's your
skin.
fun, funky ones? Those. Here you go.
All right, then we have this combination, very heavily saturated gemstones, the red spinel, the savarite garnet, the blue sapphire, and the rhodi down here, the rhodolite garnet. You can see we played with kind of the orientation of some of the stones. We
Yep.
do that a lot with clients, don't we?
Yep.
Okay,
And
pink and green.
last but not
Then
least, pink and
Pulitzer.
green. Yep. So again, there's the beautiful mint green tourmalines and the pink tourmalines together. Then up top we have the pink tourmalines, and then the bottom the pear-shaped tourmalines, which I think would be a nice color combination together. So if you like any of these pieces that you see, as you can tell, we're in the building process. So if you have any ideas that you say, well, I like this stone and that stone, I'd like to mount it this way, or I like those two stones, can we add another color? We have a lot of beautiful gemstones, as a lot of you know who join us regularly and come to see us. So just to show you, this is what we do. We don't buy things off the shelf. We don't buy from suppliers and manufacturers. We build our own pieces right here. We create. We're very picky about our gemstones. We hand select everything. Just like the blue zircons, the blue spinels I was showing earlier, we bought a lot of these and we literally go through and hand pick and match everything up to make sure it's to our specifications. So if you want to have some fun, come by and see us and pick out some stones.
I want to show this one. We have a few more ideas, but
Right.
Gabrielle has designed this squiggle design. It's kind of morphed into some different things. One of you watching came up with a very clever idea to use a round patterned squiggle as earring jackets. I'm still just like, you should win the Nobel Peace Prize for that. Brilliant idea. But you can see this is a rose gold squiggle. So I was thinking today, wouldn't it be fun to do some earrings where you have a squiggle top? Now this is blue wax. Gabrielle makes each one of these by hand, but that would do something like that as the top. And then we came up with a little grouping of the spinels that are blue tones, pink tones, different colors. And wouldn't that be a great earring? It would go with everything in your closet. It'd be fantastic.
Yep.
So that's one I definitely want to make with Gabrielle's squiggle. I think
And that's a great idea too. Again, we have a lot of these spinels. I probably have a couple hundred of these different tones and colors. So you can come in and sit down with us and hand select and pick the stones that you like and build your own combination that's yours, that you can enjoy, be proud of, and knowing that you were part of designing it as well.
Okay.
That's
Stay
what we
tuned
do.
for tomorrow. We're going to do a social media post kind of recapping all this. That was a lot to throw at you in one time.
Yeah.
So check our Facebook tomorrow.
Yep.
I was trying to get Russ to just do 3 or 4, and he sat down and the wheels started turning. So
We all had our own opinions and likes and things we wanted to do, so it kind of morphed into a whole lot of things. As you can see, there's still more we hadn't shown. But if you saw something that you liked and think you can't live without it, let us know tomorrow or even this evening, and come by and we'll take a look at it. And again, if you want to design your own earrings and you like certain colors together, come by and take a look and see what we have, and we make and match up something special for you. So thank you for joining us tonight.
yeah, thanks for joining us. This was the start of our spring design. You help us design project for Shop Live. We did a bracelet before and a pendant. If you're just joining us, you can go back to the start and watch this and see what we're doing. But we love working with clients. We treasure your opinions. Everybody's taste is different.
Yep.
And it's always fun to sit and just have these aha moments where we come up with design and come up with something one of a kind.
And a lot of our clients end up coming up with designs or ideas while we're here that neither one of us thought of. So there you go.
Yeah, it's fun.
Anyway, we appreciate you joining us. We hope you have a very blessed week and join us again next week. And
Stay warm.
come by and see us, and don't forget to check out our website, BrummanJewelryStudio.com, and see all the wonderful things that we make and have for sale. But you really need to see colored stones in person because they look so much better in person than
The
they do.
internet does no justice.
The internet doesn't help. Photographs don't help. To see them is always much better. So come by and see us, make an appointment today, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Good night.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.